Iskenderun, historically known as Alexandretta and Scanderoon, is a city and the largest district in Hatay Province on the Mediterranean coast of Turkey. Named the city was founded as Alexandria and named for Alexander the Great. Starting in the Middle Ages, Western pilgrims used the diminutive romance from Alexandretta. After the Muslim conquest of Syria, it was named Al-Iskenderun, the Arabic rendering of the original Alexandru. This name was further Turkified into Ottoman Turkish's İskenderun, which in turn was preserved in its current modern Turkish form as Iskenderun. Geography. Iskenderun is located on the eastern Mediterranean coast on the Gulf of Iskenderun at the foot of the Annunciation Mountains. Iskenderun is a busy commercial center and is one of the largest cities in Hatay Province, similar in size to the provincial seat of Antakya. The city is one of Turkey's largest ports on the Mediterranean and an important industrial center home to the İzdemir Steelworks, one of Turkey's largest. Iskenderun has an active modern life with good hotels, restaurants and cafes along the palm-lined seafront. There is a variety of accommodation for visitors. Iskenderun is also an important naval training base. The climate on this stretch of the Mediterranean is hot and humid in summer. Winters are mild and wet. At certain times of the year the town is swept by a strong wind called Yarika. The countryside contains large areas of fruit groves. It is an important producer of oranges, tangerines and lemons, and even tropical fruits such as mangoes. Cuisine. Distinctive Iskenderun dishes include kunf, a hot dessert with cheese. The main dishes include the Turkish staples such as doner and other kebabs served in the flat durum bread, lahmacun, and also Antakya-influenced cuisine including kibbeh and sour pomegranate syrup used as a salad dressing. Iskenderun in particular offers good quality fish and prawns. History. Antiquity. Iskenderun preserved the name, but probably not the exact site, of Alexandria at Ism. The settlement was founded by Alexander the Great in 333 BC to supersede Myrandrus as the key to the Syrian gates. About 37 kilometers south of the scene of his victory at the Battle of Issus, Alexander camped in the highlands of Iskenderun around Esentepe and then ordered the city to be established and named Alexandria. Iskenderun is one of many cities founded on Alexander's orders, including Alexandria, Egypt. The importance of the place comes from its relation to the Syrian gates, the easiest approach to the open ground of Hatay Province and Aleppo. Ecclesiastical History. The bishopric of Alexandria Minor was a suffragan of Anaxarchus, the capital, and so also the ecclesiastical metropolis of the Roman province of Cilicia Secunda. Greek Menologia speak of St. Helenus and the martyr Saint Sarastio and Theodore as early bishops of the see, but the first documented one is Hesychius, who took part in the First Council of Nicaea in 325 and in a synod at Antioch in 341. Philomasus participated in the First Council of Constantinople in 381. Barnes is mentioned in connection with the synod at Antioch in 445. At the Council of Chalcedon in 451, Julianus was represented by his metropolitan, Cyrus of Anaxarchus. Basilius was at the synod in Constantinople in 459 that condemned simoniacs. In 518, Paula was deposed by the Byzantine Emperor Justinian for supporting the Jacobite Severus of Antioch. No longer a residential diocese, Alexandria Minor is today listed by the Catholic Church as a titular see. In that list it was long named Cambisopolis, but the Annuario Pontifico now gives the correct ancient name. Ottoman era. The area was still a scene of fighting under the Ottomans, as it was here in 1606 that the army of General Kuyuk Murat Pasha suppressed the Selali revolts. The Ottomans continued to fortify the city, and the remains of the early 17th century Ottoman castle walls can still be seen where the Gusenstein crosses the Varund Road. The city was well described in 1675 by the English naval chaplain Henry Tiong in his diary. The next army to cross the Belan Pass and attack Anatolia through here were the Egyptians of Muhammad Ali in 1832. However, in the later Ottoman period the city grew and grew as the main outlet for the overland trade from Baghdad and India, which had great importance until the establishment of the Egyptian overland route. Iskenderun served as a base, first for Genoese and Venetian merchants, then West and North European merchants. The British Levant Company maintained an agency and factory here for 200 years, until 1825, in spite of appalling mortality among its employees. During the 19th century the port grew, the railway was built in 1912, and the road to Aleppo was improved. At the outset of World War I, when Britain was contemplating the dismemberment of the Ottoman Empire, Lord Kitchener considered the conquest of Alexandretta to be essential in providing Britain with a port and railhead from which to access Iraq. He proposed a new railway from Alexandretta which would greatly reduce the time for reaching India from the UK. The de Bunsen Committee, a British interdepartmental group which was set up to discuss the issue in greater detail, preferred Haifa for this purpose. Republic of Hatay. Following the collapse of the Ottoman Empire at the end of the First World War, most of Hatay, including Iskenderun, was occupied by French troops. Between 1921 and 1937 the city was part of the autonomous Sanjak of Alexandretta within French-controlled Syria under the League of Nations French Mandate of Syria and the Lebanon. This led to the foundation of the Republic of Hatay. In 1939, it joined with the Republic of Turkey after a referendum. The referendum was, and still is, regarded as illegitimate by Syria. Main sites. Jakasik contains a splendid example of Ottoman architecture dating back to the 16th century. The Kulliye of Sokolu Mehmet Pasha, comprising a mosque, Turkish bath, dervish lodge, bazaar, caravanserai, and madrasa. Arsuz, a holiday resort town on the coast to the south of Iskenderun, with beautiful sandy beaches, a very warm sea, and places of historical interest. The coast is lined with holiday homes and there is accommodation in hotels and guest houses. The Cathedral of the Annunciation is the seat of the Roman Catholic Apostolic Vicariate of Anatolia. Sogakaluk mountain resort on the way to Antakya, a quiet retreat from the heat of the coast in the summer months. Bakras Castle, which was built in Antiquity and restored many times in later centuries, served as a watchtower on the 27 km mountain road from Iskenderun to Antakya. Sport. The city has two football clubs. One of them is Korfez Iskenderunspor. The other, more successful team Iskenderunspor, folded in 2006. However, a Phoenix club, Iskenderunspor 1967, has been founded in 2009. The city's basketball team is called Iskenderun Belediyesi Spor Kalubu. Media. Iskenderun is served by the Gani Gazetesi newspaper. Notable natives: Nilüfer Korlalu, Erol Uerdink, Sem Ermin, Helenus of Alexandria, Selkarkinen, Jalsan Kukuk, Jason Ojdanak, Sarkis Sonalia.